Friday, July 17. Welcome to CGN News. Guyana's Chief Justice will begin hearing arguments today in the case filed by a private citizen seeking to prevent the Guyana Elections Commission (GECOM) from receiving a report from the Chief Elections Officer regarding the results of the disputed March 2 election. According to the CMC, Justice Roxanne George Wiltshire described the case as one, in quotes, of national interest and importance. She intends to give a ruling by Sunday. Misenga Jones, a private citizen, wants the court to prevent GECOM from using the recounted, valid and certified results to declare the results of the election and instead compel the 7-member body to use the 10 district declarations. She has named GECOM and its chairman, retired Justice Claudette Singh, and Attorney General Basil Williams in the court documents. Barbados Tourism Minister Kerry Simmons says that Vincentian carrier One Caribbean Limited will be establishing its base on the island. Simmons, according to a CMC report, made the announcement in an address at the recent annual general meeting of the Intimate Hotels of Barbados. He told hoteliers that despite the current dismal situation following the liquidation of cash-strapped carrier Liat, the outlook was optimistic. The tourism minister revealed that other airlines have expressed an interest in filling the void left by Liat. Approximately 250,000 people would visit Barbados annually using the Liat services. Minister of Health and Wellness for Jamaica, Dr. Christopher Tufton, has made an official report to the Counter-Terrorism and Organized Crime Investigations Branch, CTOC, of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. This in response to a series of social media posts which he described as, quote, a flood of vile, filthy and scandalous allegations and innuendos, end quote. The opposition People's National Party, the PNP, has called for Minister Tufton to address some of the allegations, which involve the CEO of Market Me Consulting Limited, a public relations agency. The PNP says there needs to be a probe to ascertain whether Tufton used his position to steer or influence contracts awarded to the company. It has since emerged that Market Me was awarded a $15.9 million contract in December 2016 and another valued at $31 million for the Jamaica Moves program in June 2019. The health minister in a statement said that he has instructed his lawyers to use all available legal steps to ensure the prosecution of these cybercriminals and to seek recourse in the civil courts when their identities are ascertained. An Eastern Airlines aircraft from New York to Guyana on Wednesday ran off the runway at Chedijagan International Airport upon landing. According to iNewsGuyana.com sources, Guyana Civil Aviation Authority confirmed that the right landing gear of the aircraft slid off the tarmac, but the incident was not serious. An official at the airport said the incident could be attributed to pilot error as the plane landed with ease on the extended runway with over 200 Guyanese on board. The flight was said to be repatriating Guyanese nationals from the United States. The continued disregard for observing COVID-19 protocols by Grenadians has the government concerned. Following the surfacing of several videos of mass gathering, Dr. Keith Mitchell, Prime Minister, warned that there is just so much the government and the police can do. As he emphasizes, the fight requires an attitudinal change. He says citizens should not be lulled into complacency with the lifting of the curfew. Dr. Mitchell added that the COVID-19 regulations remain in place and persons should continue to be guided by them as long as the global pandemic continues and a vaccine is not yet developed. Overseas now, a Michigan judge's decision to send a 15-year-old girl to juvenile detention for violating her probation by not completing her online schoolwork during the coronavirus lockdown has prompted protests and calls for her release. The African-American teenager has reportedly been detained since mid-May, a BBC report states. Hundreds of students gathered outside her school and the court to show their support for the girl known as Grace. The state Supreme Court said on Thursday it would review her case. Independent non-profit newsroom ProPublica highlighted Grace's case in a report earlier this week. Following interviews with Grace's mother, the news site described how the teenager had attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, ADHD, and had already been struggling with behavioral issues. She had been placed on probation in mid-April after facing an assault and theft charge last year. One of the terms of the probation was a requirement to do her schoolwork. Taiwan has released new procedures for carrying out capital punishment, including preventing the condemned from seeing their executioner. But rights activists say the move merely whitewashes a barbaric practice. In Taiwan, the death penalty is carried out by gunshot. Media reports say the condemned are first given a powerful sedative before being laid face down and shot in the heart through the back. Under measures passed by the cabinet this week, the condemned must now be hooded during the process. They will also be allowed to hold final religious rituals as well as leave a farewell voice or video message for their families. Local media say the new rules were designed to make executions, quote, more humane. The island has carried out 35 executions since a moratorium on capital punishment was lifted in 2010, with the last being in April of a 53-year-old man convicted of killing his parents. Donald Trump's niece, Mary Trump, enjoyed huge sales on the first day the tell-all book was released. 950 copies of the book were sold by the end of the first day on sale. This according to publisher Simon & Schuster on Thursday. That figure, which included pre-sales as well as e-books and audiobooks, is a new record for Simon & Schuster, the company said. Mary's book, titled Too Much and Never Enough, How My Family Created the World's Most Dangerous Man, went on sale Tuesday and portrays President Trump in an unflattering light. The funeral of Zinzi Mandela, the daughter of South African anti-apartheid leaders Nelson and Winnie Mandela, took place today in Johannesburg, a day after her son said that she tested positive for the coronavirus. However, the cause of the 59-year-old's death hasn't been confirmed. Zinzi, who was South Africa's ambassador to Denmark, rose to international prominence when she read out Nelson Mandela's rejection of the then-President P.W. Botha's offer for freedom in 1985. American comedian and entrepreneur Kevin Hart has partnered with Nyla Ellis, investing in her Jamaican-inspired Ellis Island Tea Company. The company, which is located in Detroit, brews tea with a recipe that, according to a press release, is inspired by Ellis's Jamaican roots. The company's Jamaican sweet tea and Jamaican herbal tea are already sold in select Sam's Club stores, Costco, and select airport concessions around the country. Starting this month, the beverage will be distributed in Walmart and will soon be in CVS and Target. Commenting on his decision to partner with Ellis, Hart said her name just kept coming up and he figured there had to be something to it. That's it for CGN News. I'm Scott Wilson. Thanks for watching.